trying to lose weight for so long. How am I going to actually lose this and keep it off?
I know how you could do it. Just use fasting.
Fasting?
Yeah, if you hit a 36-hour fast once a week, that's going to kickstart your weight loss journey, no problem.
You know, that sounds great, but I could never fast for 24 hours, let alone 36.
Oh, you know, it's funny. Most people I work with end up coming into my program thinking that a 36 is going to be difficult and they can't do it, and every single one accomplishes it with pretty much no problem.
Yeah, but I'm different.
No, really, like I just said, most people come in and they actually complete it with no issues.
No, I get that, but I'm just different.
Okay. What's up, everybody? Schuyler Diehm here, founder of Reach Fat Loss and Fitness, where we help you build muscle and lose fat sustainably without extreme dieting, without spending all your time counting calories, and without stepping foot on a treadmill. Now, at this point in my career, I've been able to work with over 25 men and women to help them lose fat and build muscle sustainably, and through everyone I've helped, they've been able to lose an average of 15 pounds in 3 months. But more importantly, one of my goals when I work with people is not only losing weight, but keeping it off. Right? I could probably help people lose 20, 30, 40 pounds in 3 months, but if I approached it from a fat loss standpoint without a focus on sustainability, my guess is most of them would end up gaining it back. And so one of the strategies that we use to do this so effectively is fasting. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. At this point, I'd say over 90% of people who come into my program come in with the belief that doing a 24-hour fast or more would be too hard and that they're not going to be able to do it. And the truth is that when people join my program, 100% of people who I've worked with have done a 24-hour fast, and the majority of them are doing 36 hours or more every single week. Now, if you're hearing that, you may think that's crazy, but again, my focus is on sustainability, and that means when they're doing these 36, 48-hour fasts or more, it's something that is sustainable. It's something that isn't impossible or isn't some torturous time of their life. And so today, I want to show you exactly how easy a 24-hour fast can be, as well as a couple potential mistakes that you can make that would actually make it more difficult. And before we dive into it today, if you're looking for more awesome ways to simplify the process of losing fat and building muscle, make sure you hit that subscribe button. What we talk in our videos is what our clients have used to see some pretty amazing results. All right, so a little background on me before we get into it. So the first time I did a 24-hour fast, I thought it would be impossible too. I thought it'd be one of the most difficult things. At that point in my life, I didn't have much guidance and I didn't know fully how to do it. And so it was a little more difficult than it had to be. But I did it, and then there was a point in my life where everything changed. I forget how I found this man's story, but there is a man called Angus Barbieri. Now, Angus Barbieri, now looking at this picture right here, it's pretty obvious there's a big transformation that happened here. And if you were to guess, how long would you think that there is between these two pictures? Maybe it seems like 3 years, 5 years, maybe 10 years. The truth is that this man made this transformation in 382 days. And how did he do it? He fasted. That's right. This man lost 276 pounds in 382 days, and for the entire length of that time, he didn't have a single piece of food. He survived off of a multivitamin, some seltzer, and some water. Now, when I first heard this story, that was the biggest shift I needed, is that if this man can survive for over a year without a single piece of food, me going 24 hours is going to be completely okay. Because the truth is, when you get your body into a fasted state and you allow it to adapt, whether it's using some of the strategies we're going to talk about, or you just consistently do it and give it time, your body operates extremely well in a fasted state. Especially if you are overweight, once your body switches over from burning sugar, glucose, and everything else in the body into burning body fat, it starts to operate extremely efficiently. And again, I'm a testament to this. All my clients are testaments to this, that when you do fasting the right way, it can actually be easy, and more importantly, it can actually feel incredible. So if you are a little intimidated by doing a 24-hour fast and you haven't done it yet, my first recommendation is to just do it. If you're looking for guidance, we have a fasting starters guide that you can find in the description of this video. But if you have tried a 24-hour fast and it's been very difficult for you, here are 4 potential reasons why. So the first is just plain and simple, your belief. If you start a fast and you believe you're going to be hungry and you believe you're going to be tired, the truth is you probably are. The mind is an extremely powerful thing, and if you have the first hint of hunger when you start to believe that it's going to be hard, the immediate reaction is to attach to that feeling and amplify it. Whereas if you truly believe that it's going to be easy, when you have those slight feelings of hunger, your mind is going to go somewhere else and the feeling itself will subside. The second reason a 24-hour fast could be very difficult is because your body doesn't have enough nutrients and it's dealing with an overload of toxins. One of the many benefits of fasting is that it actually allows your body the time to detox. And a lot of times when you are getting rid of some of these toxins, you can have some uncomfortable symptoms. You can have some headaches, you can be extra tired, you can have some stomach aches, because what you're feeling is your body actually working to push this stuff out. And so if you've been eating every single day for your entire life and your body and your lifestyle has been surrounded by toxins, there's a high chance that those first few fasts are going to be more difficult than normal. And then on the other end of that, if your diet isn't so great and you don't have the proper electrolytes or nutrients, that can also create some difficulty while you're fasting. The third reason you may be struggling with fasting is simply because you have a lack of strategy. There are things that you can do to make fasting easier, from the food you eat before the fast, what you consume during the fast, and how you break your fast. And if you're just trying to grit out 24 hours without any sort of strategy, of course it's going to be more difficult. And that's both from a physiological perspective and also your environment. If you're at work and they bring in pizza or there's food around you and everyone's eating, your first 24-hour fast, of course that's going to be difficult. So find a strategy and I promise you it'll be easier. And then the fourth and my favorite reason of why people struggle with fasting is simply lack of accountability. The truth is you can use all the strategies that you want, but if you are entering a fast and you don't feel held accountable, you're probably going to break it. Again, most people have been eating 3 meals or more a day every single day for their entire lives, and so to switch up a habit that's so deeply ingrained can be very difficult if there's a lack of accountability. That's why I'm such a fan of hiring a coach, is because when you pay someone to hold you accountable, that commitment is 10 times stronger than if you just tell a friend that you're going to attempt to fast. I can't count the amount of times that people have come into my program saying they've tried over and over and over and they've struggled to stay consistent with losing weight, and as soon as that transaction happens and we have our first call, it's like an immediate switch up, and from there they continue to crush it. So not everyone needs the same level of accountability, but if you have struggled in the past with your weight loss, if you've been unable to stay consistent, if you go down in the description of this video, we've got a free training there for you that lines out a little bit about what we do, and then there's also an opportunity there to book a call to see if working together would be a good fit. I really am a firm believer that accountability can change everything, especially when it comes to fasting. So with that being said, I'd love if you could leave me a comment below letting me know what the longest fast you've done so far has been. But besides that, we are putting out awesome content every single week to get you in the best shape of your life. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If this video helped you out, make sure you hit that like button and tune in for some more awesome content in the future. So with that being said, do a 24-hour fast. Go for it, commit with it, implement the right strategy, and make it happen. But of course, as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.